Hello there, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Out there in vacuum land, vacuum tube land. What a great privilege it is for us to bring the band to you live and in color at 133 Major Street.
It's so exciting. We wished that we could have you here with us, but it's another year where that's not going to happen. But it's also fun because it means that you're out there and in places that we wouldn't be able to see you or have you join us otherwise. And I just have to say, there's something I was thinking today about how this little silly idea that my partner had many years ago, like 30 years ago, and we thought, oh sure, we'll do this. And now look at this. I mean, this is like a
52 years later.
And we built a community around it. It's a tradition, and people have been born into it. They're now like have babies of their own who've been born into it, and it's just silly, but it's so fun. Thank you for being here.
So tonight we're going to bring you some music. We were going to bring you a Highland dancer, but the mother got nervous about the snow.
It's snowing here in
big
Toronto.
time. But the band made it because they're dedicated to this silly event, this great event.
It's so fun.
So we're going to play some music. We're going to do some poetry. We're going to have instrumental. We're going to have singing and songs and different genres of music. We're going to play Scottish stuff for sure, but we're going to play some Cajun music with bagpipes, and we're going to play some rock and roll with bagpipes, and we're going to play, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. Blues, that's what it was. Blues with bagpipes. And we'll finish off with Old Lang Syne and so on, but we're also going to do the haggis. So be ready for that. Miss Mary and I are going to do it.
And I'm doing the haggis because, I'm cooking it because Dawn can't be here because that's crazy. And so Dawn, hello, I feel like you in the kitchen.
Right. And so we're also going to be watching this live as it's being produced. So I want you to use the chat function.
Yes.
Tell us who you are, where you are, so that we have an idea.
Give us
oh
a
my
sense.
goodness, there's a whole bunch of them. Megan, Nadia's here. Julie.
Oh, how fun.
Julie in California.
Margaret.
Margaret DeBoer.
Allison.
All right.
Great.
That's great. So let's get down to business.
Okay.
And we'll play a set. We'll play a set for you. It's called Mist-Covered Mountains is the first one. And the next one is called The Conundrum. And after this, we're going to turn the emceeing over to Dr. Jonathan Rudin.
Doctor? Doctor, thank you very much. I didn't know, this is also an opportunity for me to get an honorary doctorate degree.
Yes, you got it
that's
from
wonderful from the...
You got a doctorate in Robbie Burns. There you go.
Ecology.
All right. This eventually fills up.
He's blowing into the bagpipe in case you're wondering what that...
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So that was, for those of you singing
Use the
along.
mics. Use the mics.
Oh, I'm using the mic apparently. All right, so for those of you following around at home, that was a medley of Mist-Covered Mountains and The Conundrum. And we're going to continue now, and we're doing a number of different tunes, so I'm just trying to get it all together. Here we go. So we're going to feature Mr. Barry Pausey. It wouldn't be Robbie Burns Day without Barry singing this particular song. Please, while you're at home, I can't read where everyone's from, but thank you for putting in your, oh look,
Ottawa.
my brother's there. Jeremy, hi! Oh, it's been so long! Actually it hasn't, but I want to make it sound like it has. So anyway, so please feel free to sing along with this song. Just belt it out. It doesn't matter if you're on key, because we won't be. So, except Barry will be fine. Okay, here we go.
Thank
Oh, sorry. That's such a great way to finish, though. All right, I just need to look at my agenda. Okay, so
Microphone.
now.
Microphone.
All right, sorry. I generally don't need a microphone, but so I'm looking at the agenda.
You gonna dance?
So we were supposed to have a Highland dancer. Unfortunately, her mother wouldn't let her come out to do the freaking sword dance because it's snowing. Like, this is a sword dance. She could lose her feet. But anyway, she's not here.
There's
Can
no
you-
taxi.
can
You
you get
can't
that?
get a taxi for love of your money.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
They're very poor. There we go.
Somebody throw a sword out.
Okay, thank you. So that was a.
So I just want to add, because Danny's probably watching with
Oh,
her
sorry.
mom.
I didn't mean to. But you're a wonderful mother, and you care so
And
much
she
for your
cares.
child.
And these guys are freaks and don't care what they're going to get in an accident on the street. But anyway, but thank you very much for thinking about us. We'll get you next year.
So the next song we're going to do is going to be the trio, and this song actually has an interesting history to it. So this is a Robbie Burns show, so we need to sort of talk about history as well. This is a song called Neil Gow's Lament for His Second Wife. Neil Gow was a Scottish serial killer, and he escaped capture for so long because he wrote these beautiful songs about his partner. And in fact, Netflix is doing a series about Neil Gow, the Scottish serial killer. It's called The Killer of the Highlands. And the song that you're going to hear now, which is Neil Gow's Lament for His Second Wife, is going to be the theme music for the show, played by the trio who's playing the theme music on the show. So when you watch Netflix and watch this incredible 5-part series, you'll hear this music and you'll know where it comes from. Thank you.
Is this a quiet one?
This
Yes.
is what
Okay.
we call and this is what we call a quiet one.
All right, I need, Julian, could you just bring that mic in front?
This one.
Just in the middle of them. Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Is that okay?
the fourth one is the bass, so just keep it going.
Nice.
Beautiful.
John, Mary's gonna greet some people on the, that we've seen on our
Okay.
screen. So Mary?
All right, so
Use the center mic.
center mic. So, well, I've been doing my best to say hi to people.
Yeah.
So,
Just move
Side
it.
of the mic. There you go.
all right. Whew. This is kind of like, I don't know.
Let's,
But I've been
Julian,
doing
let's
my
three.
best to, say hi to people, but people are from Quebec. Bonnie Robichaud, who I did a really important book with. She's on, so happy to see you. Alison Booth. Do I know Allison?
Yes, it's David Booze's sister.
Actually, that's awesome. And Katie's on, and people from Ottawa, people from Leslie Thompson down the street, who gave us the table that we do the haggis on every year. And the table this time came with legs that were kind of crooked, but we got that sorted out. And I don't know who else, because I've just been saying hi to people. But
Don Irvin, the guy who works in the kitchen,
Don, yes, well,
says the sound is a little tinny, so, you know, he's an honest fella.
well, Don, but the haggis is coming along okay. And I don't know what else.
We miss you,
Hi,
Don.
everybody. It's so nice to hear. It's kind of fun getting the comments because it gives us a sense that people are actually watching. Because it's actually fun being here, but it's really nice to know there's others here too. Great. See ya.
Okay. So as Gus promised, we're doing bagpipe tunes in many different genres. And we also have poetry, and we've already done the dancing. We're not going to reprise the dancing. So we're going to now, for some reason, we're going to have some poetry read by some guy named Burns. I'm not quite sure what the reason is, but we're going to do that today. And Julian Goss is here to do some appropriate readings. And so I will turn it over to Julian.
Step inside and talk to the...
Step inside the magic circle.
It's been a long time since anyone said step inside the magic anything. Okay. Hey everybody, glad to be back again. I've got 2 poems for you. They're fairly well-known Burns poems, and they're both about love, both love of friends and the other kind of much more fun love. Just to let you know that Gus suggested the second one, and he was thinking of Mary when he suggested I read it. So there you go. So the first poem is called John Anderson, My Joe John, and I'll start. John Anderson, my Joe John, when we were first acquaint, your locks were like the raven, your bony brow was brent, but now your brow is belled, John. Your locks are like the snow, but blessings on your frosty pow. John Anderson, my Joe. My Joe means my darling. So John Anderson, my Joe John, we climb the hill together, and mony a canty day, John, we've had with one another. Now we maun totten doon, John, and hand we'll go, and sleep together at the foot, John Anderson, my Joe. And quickly, since poetry is less exciting than music, apparently. It's not a competition or anything. There you
No,
go.
it's not a
And here's the other one. Of all the years the wind can blow, of all the years the wind can blow, I dearly like the west. For there the bonny lassie lives, the lassie I love the best. There's wild woods grow and rivers row and mony a hill between. But day and night my fancy's flight is ever wi' my Jean. And he's talking about Jean Armour, his wife, and he had a very storied relationship with her. They had 9 children together. I see her in the dewy flowers. I see her sweet and fair. I hear her in the tuneful birds. I hear her charms the air. There's no a bonny flower that springs by fountain, shaw or green, that's not a bonny bird that sings that minds me o' my Jean. And there you go. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next year.
Yay, Julian!
Good stuff.
So, David, are you going to make your way into the... as we get ready, I want to special shout out to John Mark, who's doing the steady cam, and
That's his hand.
And it's a steady. That's his hand.
It's as steady as it
It's
gets.
as steady as it gets. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, John Mark Hamilton. Yeah! And he also did the logistics, and it's really all thanks to him. But of course, if there wasn't a band, there'd be nothing to shoot. So, but it's not a contest. We're gonna do, as Gus promised, bagpipes in many different genres. We were hoping to do a genre without bagpipes at all, but that unfortunately isn't gonna happen. So Are you ready with your bagpipes for this song, Gus? Did you need to like pump up and make the sound of like sheep being
the way
slaughtered?
it starts is we get
Pump up the
a,
jam.
Yeah, that's Pump Up the Jam was done by people who were playing bagpipe music. Yeah. Okay, so this is Cajun bagpipes.
all the seasons round. Got me a vision of easiness, kind not that people so down. She's a good old poke pot, she's hard to float. She's the name called the Mary Kay. And me and Lester and the Cape should see we're all gonna sail it away. So think about something we all could use, could be a little peace of mind. Lost on the Bayou River, Lord, gonna feel so fine. Yeah, think about something we all could use, you know it's been a long, long time. Floating on the Bayou River, they say, never a little piece of mind. Fishing at the break of day, Lordy, Lordy, it's good to be alive. And there's a crack of fire by the waterside in the morning sunrise. So cut her loose and let her get on down. There's a mountain today. They never have lived until you had to get up here and that's gonna for me play. So think about something we all could use, could give him a peace of mind. Lost on the Bayou River, Lord, don't feel so fine. So think about something we all could use, you know it's been a long, long time. Floating on the Bayou River, they say, take a little piece of mind. Let's hear it for them Cajun people.
Wow.
What
Okay.
about Canadian Cajun?
Canadian Cajun. All right, so using the microphone. All right, so now we're gonna do. Now again, we're going to go to a smaller ensemble. We're doing smaller and larger ensemble, sort of representing the breadth that one needs to do poetry, Julian. You know, you play in and out. So I thought Julian particularly would appreciate this. Julian and I were both poets at heart. That wasn't at all meant to be fun. Anyway, so this is a song written by Burns, and it's called "The Slave's Lament," and it features a smaller ensemble. And so I will sit down and let the smaller ensemble.
I would just like to add that it is a song from the point of view of slaves. And I gotta tell you, it's hard enough these days with thinking about race, but nobody was thinking about something from the slaves' point of view in the 1790s, and that was our friend
The
Robert
slaves.
Burns.
Yes,
Except for the slaves.
as Mary pointed
Well,
out, the
the slave-
slaves
well,
were thinking.
You're right, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
There's a little sort of misstep in there, but of course the slaves knew it was awful. And, anyway, go ahead.
The enslaved people.
In sweet Senegal, that my foes did me enthrall, for the land of Virginia, Virginia, oh, torn from this lovely shore, and must never see it more. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh. Now on that charming coast is no bitter snow or frost, like the land of Virginia, Virginia, oh. Their streams forever flow, and the flowers forever grow. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh. Now the burden I must bear, while the cruel scourge I fear, in the land of Virginia, Virginia, oh. And I think on friends most dear, with a bitter, bitter tear. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh.
Bravo!
Thank you, Mr. Burns.
Okay, which mic now? Would I speak into this mic? Okay, so one of the things that we like to do on Burns Night, I like to do on Burns Night, is, Robbie Burns was a genius from Scotland, and then he was of his place. But there are other geniuses, lyricists, and I like to wonder, what would happen if Robbie Burns had been born, for example, what if he'd been born black in St. Louis in the 30s or 40s? What would he have done? What sort of songs might he have written? What sort of odes to love would he have come up with? And I think this song by a brilliant black singer-songwriter who, like Burns, had a few peccadillos and strange aspects that we're not going to talk about today. I think he would have written something like this. And so this is Robbie Burns by way of Chuck Berry.
Everything just a little.
All
Just
right.
like everything.
Okay.
So now we're,
Like 10%.
So yeah. All right. So sorry, I need to put this away from me.
Oh, more dancing! Yay!
All right. All right.
oh, you take
I'm taking the mic off the stand. Okay, so
Another comment?
this is not the last song that we're going to do, but it's the last song that the band is going to do as a band. And this is an opportunity for us to introduce the band to those of you who are not familiar with the band members, because they are incredibly talented people, and this will give you a chance to learn something about them. We are going to do a traditional Scottish air. So this song is done to a traditional Scottish tune, which Gus will start on the bagpipes, and I will supply some lyrics, not specifically written by Robbie Burns, but somewhat inspired by Burns, and Julian is going to
Okay.
do the. I just want to make sure you're not left out of the thing, Julian. You're an important, integral part of this.
Poetry police.
Exactly. So we're going to do this, and then after this song, while you're doing the standing ovation for all the singers and the musicians, and feel free to clap during the solos. We've got a few more things for you as well, but we're going to take care of business right now, and Gus is going to lead this off. tiring, man. It's hard. And I've got a bird stuff. And I'm gonna sit here bike. That's why I'm singing one. I got a bird's nest. Yeah, 'cause I got the bike. You know. And because I have the microphone, I have the opportunity to sing whatever I like. When I went to an auction, I put in a bid. I wanted a bass player. I got paid there for first time. That's what I want to hear.
your comments.
It's never been done exactly like that.
we're gonna get ready for the haggis, so I'm gonna ask the band to move their stuff back as close to the seats where they are, so we have a bit of room here in the middle, and we'll be along shortly with the haggis.
Will be long, or shortly, will be long, anyway, haggis.
Longly or shortly?
Shortly or longly, there will be haggis.
I do want to add that, I think it was Jonathan's brother that said the bass was the best solo.
Not that it's a contest.
So, there were some other comments I wanted to make, just, oh boy, of course now I'm up here, I can't think of any of them. Except that the kitchen sure doesn't look like it does when Dawn is here.
All right, so this table comes out into the
Oh,
center.
I know what I wanted to say.
Well, get next to the microphone.
All right, so I wanted to introduce people to some of the paintings that people are seeing, because I was taking a look at the video, and the paintings really look amazing. So two of the paintings, the Scottish woman, well, the woman dressed up and the Scottish guy, they're done by someone that Rory Goss went to school with, and he died not long ago. And he was Rory's best friend for a lot of high school, and he's kind of it's lovely to have those paintings. But every time I see them, I think of Ian Baines. And then the rather severe-looking fellow in the corner, that's Rory's grandfather, and that's a painting done
In the 1930s.
in the 1930s. And then sometimes when you see the other side of the wall, these are
Cogarts.
Hogarths that Rory got when he was just like,
1969.
he was still a pretty young guy, and he picked them up. So
At Woodstock, you got them at Woodstock in '69.
so that
From Hogarth.
I thought that would be kind of a nice little piece of information for people who haven't actually been here.
All right, we're going to go and bring in the haggis shortly.
What else? Who else can
For those of you at home, if you're interested in doing this yourself,
Get out your haggis.
get out your haggis or any bit of food that you have in your fridge. Just pretend
That needs to go over
it'll
there.
all be fine.
Can you hit the master volume, just drop it,
Got to clear a
the
path.
red, just in case. Okay.
So there we got it.
Okay, get me in there.
We have to get around the
And at this point, when we have a house full of people, I mean, it's hard to imagine a house fuller than this, but we do fit 80 or so people in here. Hard to believe. And when that happens, this is the point where we try and clear a little path up through everybody sitting on the floor to come here. And instead, we're just trying to clear off musical instruments.
We have to put this over here.
All right.
And we would love to be able to give all of you some haggis.
Yeah, because I
Just
don't know.
otherwise we have to use
Otherwise,
it.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mary, maybe just take a look at the comments.
Sorry?
Take a look at comments, see if there's anything noteworthy.
Just people are saying hi, which is very nice,
Any
and there have been
names?
comments on the sound, which we've done our best. Dev, Allison, and I've also Mark and Lori are watching from Ottawa. There's quite a few people in Ottawa who are watching and have said hi, which is lovely. Hi, Mark and Lori. And I don't know that I said hello to Francis, except that in the comments. So hi, Francis. The Attos, you and Atto, anyway, he's there, and family maybe, so that's wonderful. Somebody said hilarious, which is fun. That was to Jonathan. He appreciated the comment. And now John and Mark is standing right in front of the comment, so I can't see it. Oh, Jim Sinclair, I think Jim in BC, right? That's cool. Robbie Burns would be proud of you, he said. Rude Jonathan.
Oh, thank you.
And let's see. Camera work is terrific. That's a nice comment. Yeah. Just
Are we
wonderful.
ready?
I think we're almost ready.
Put something up here.
We just have to pull something up, so it might be just a couple of minutes. Hang on.
All right, one of my cases. Oh, no, the bag behind you. Bag
We're
behind you,
looking
there's a bag, in the
PowerPoints.
bag. I'm looking for a DC to DC cable.
So those,
Yes.
for those of you not sure what's going on because the screen is dark, it's an incredibly exciting moment. Jean-Marc is looking for a power cable, but he's doing this while he's holding his Steadicam, which is like 60 pounds, and he's instructing. It's kind of like diffusing the bomb. You know the scene in the movie where, oh my God, there's the red cord and the big cord. There are beads of sweat.
running down his
All of
forehead.
us. I have beads of sweat running down my face, but you can't tell. So now David is putting two things into something else.
I think
This
there's
is
a red
technical.
wire. There's a red wire
a
possibly
red
being
wire
cut.
into the blue wire,
Yeah.
and you've got the snips. And oh God, it's very. This whole thing could blow up.
Yeah, that could be the most exciting burn
This is
ever.
very exciting.
Bottom right,
Okay, so he's plugging it in,
Yeah.
and put it back.
and then he's putting it back. This is incredible.
Right side is the
Yeah.
button, just push it.
And now he's going to push a button, and
it's a
we're
bit
going
like
to
the
see.
Hurt Locker actually right now.
I
Yeah.
guess I didn't see that.
It was a very good one.
Was-
You should watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And now
This one here, top right.
we're pressing more buttons. This is kind of like, also landing a plane in the movies where the
Yep.
guy doesn't know how to land the
That's
plane.
right. He's like a joiner. Or
Yeah,
something,
exactly.
or,
He's going-
plasterer.
Yeah.
Oh
and,
no! Look, there's a.
and there we are.
We're back
Oh,
again.
that's incredible. That was so intense. It was so exciting. Frankly,
Don't worry about
it was wow.
that. Thank you.
Hey, look, David, you can fly my plane. Metaphorically. Maybe I don't
Right
mean
into
that
a building.
metaphorically. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I'm just, Mary, keeps asking, is everything working again?
Don says they're back.
Okay, this is our crazy setup. Are you ready? The wine is extra. Yes. Probably down with.
Okay, now
Point it what?
Pull it toward me, that's all.
this is you see you're watching something that when we do the final version, it will be edited out. But this version, you see the live version, which is incredibly compelling. If some of you can actually tape this yourself off your screen, you'll be able to like bootleg this version. So the version that we're going to put out publicly tomorrow is going to be the public one. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of people download it. But you will have the special version, like the uncut version. It's kind of like the new Beatles album is with the old Beatles. It's Revolver, but they have like 5,000 versions of Yellow Submarine on it because you didn't hear it originally, just like that's what you need, or 5,000 versions of Yellow Submarine. But so this is kind of like that. You're going to get the 5,000 versions of Yellow Submarine. So we're just looking for more chords, and Jean-Marc is rejecting every chord that gets shown to him. So don't go away because we still have To Dress a Haggis. Dress a Haggis, which is
We
an
made
incredible.
our time without the dancers, so that's.
Yeah, so we're filling it in. I'm looking at the comments saying we have audio. Thank you, Oh, Mary said that. Thank you, Mary, for posting a comment. And Mary also said, say something. Wow, that's great. Okay, so I'm saying something. We're still getting this worked out. There are 400 electricians here. There's surgical lights going on.
Nope, we're back.
And
we have a few minutes at least.
we have a few minutes, so we're going to get right to
it.
dressing the haggis. All right, I'm going.
Dress that haggis.
All
Or
right.
undressing the haggis, I think is what.
So who's gonna start? Aha.
So
Wait, that's it.
you started last time, so maybe.
All right, you can start.
Good job.
Fair forward honest, sonsy face, great chieftain of the pudding race. Upon them all you attack your place, punch, tripe or firm, and well are you worthy of a grace as langs me arm.
The groaner and trencher, there you fill. Your hurdies, oh my hurdies, not your your hurdies, like a distant hill. Your pin could mend a mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber mead.
His knife.
Their knife,
That's not a knife. His knife.
their
Say
knife.
a rustic labor dict, and cut you up with ready slicked, trenching your gushing entrails brick like on a bench. But then, oh, what a glorious sight! It's warm,
Sort of.
reeking, rich.
Then horn for horn they stretch and stride. They'll take the hindmost, on they drive, till all their will-swelled kites alive are bent like drums. An old good man, most like to ride, be thinking a hum.
Is there that odd his French ragout, or earlier that would start a sou or a fricassee that would make her spew with perfect scunner? And then he'll look down with sneer and scornful view in such a dinner.
Ah, fair devil, see him o'er his feckless trash, not you, as
Feckless again.
his poor,
Feckless as a withered rash.
his withered rash, his spindle shank, poor whiplash, his neve a knit. Ha! Through bloody flood and field to dash, ha! So unfit.
Come here, you. But mark the rustics! Their haggis fed! The trembling earth resounds his tread, and clapped in his wally neva blade, he'll make a whistle. Legs, ears, heeds. Sned like the taps of thistles. You're done.
Ye powers, what
Let us pray.
mankind, humankind, you're fair, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants no skinkin' wear that jups and laggies. So if you want our grateful prayer, you'll give us a haggis.
Thank you, Robert Burns, for that great poem. So next on the
And we
agenda.
apologize to Julian for our accents.
So we've got two little bits to do. Do you have enough time, my friend?
Maybe.
Maybe. If not, we'll say goodbye.
We Doc and Doris.
Ah, yes, we could knock and Doris. I did something to her.
Dave. Oh, you're fine?
It's down beside that.
Yeah, it was.
Can you reverse it to see if your end works? Absolutely.
There we go. So,
Yeah, for now. Is it acoustic-ish?
oh,
Does that work, Davey?
here we go. Here we go. Good heavens.
Yes.
Turn up the
All
volume.
right, I don't have to play
On the far right one?
Oh, the number 2?
No, 3.
Everybody's ignoring the haggis.
We're not ignoring the haggis. We're not ignoring the haggis. We're just trying not to look at it.
I turned them up, I think.
It's in one of
All
the
right.
4, not the 2, right?
All right, here we
Sits
go.
in the top one.
Right, Heather, you're right. Just a wee Doc and Doris. Doris? Doris. This is a song written for Doris Day.
I saw a spark when I put it in.
Robbie Burns knew Doris Day.
Says,
An interesting story.
Heather Pablo.
Okay. Must
So I really had to
Rory, Heather Pablo.
muscle it in there.
We don't, what do we want?
No, I'm just saying Heather Pablo is on the.
Oh, hi Heather. Oh, I have my own pick. There we go.
Are you ready?
Wait. Oh, never mind. There's no mic. There's a good old Scottish custom that withstood the test of time. It's the custom that's been carried out in every land and wherever the Scots wander. It's I, the usual ting. Just before we say goodnight, we raise our cups and sing. Just a wee knock and Doris, just a wee dram, that's all. Just a wee knock and Doris, before we gang along. There's a wee one awaiting in a wee button bend, and you can say it's a broad brick moonlit near Cornwall. You can. I like a person that's a person that's straight and fair, a sort of man who will and can, and all things I can I'm reading. I like a person, a jolly person, the sort of person you know, the kind of chap that slaps your back and says before you go. There's a wee knock and Doris, there's a wee dram, that's all. Just a wee knock and Doris, before we can go on. There's a wee one waiting, and a wee bud and then, and you can say it's a perfect moonlit night, but you're alright, you can. It's 32 years new we've gathered in this wee Hoosian Major Street. When I take a minute to think on it, who's ever had friends so sweet?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ooh. So let this be a symbol of our love and deep respect. You'll never leave this house of ours, not being asked to take just a wee knock and Doris. Just a wee dram, that's all. Just a wee knock and Doris, before we can go on. There's a wee one waiting, and a wee button bend, and you can say it's a broad brick moonlit night. Well, you're all right, you can, and you can say it's a broad brick moonlit night. Well, you're all right, you can. Robbie Burns. All right, the last thing is to have our good friend Heather Morgan sing Auld Lang Syne. She was going to come tonight, but she, her husband had been with someone who had been with COVID 3 days before, so she couldn't make it. So what we're going to do is have Heather, she sent her husband as a videographer and sent this beautiful this song, and we're going to sing it back here so you can all see us.
Hi everyone, it is time. We have come to the end of the program where everyone, if we were all together at Rory's house, we would be crossing our arms, holding hands, and getting ready to sing Auld Lang Syne. So I'll give you a second to get your wee dram and have a sip. And everybody join in. If you don't know the lyrics, then sing, or if you don't know the verses, then sing on the choruses. Everybody join in. Everybody ready? Here we go. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We twain about the braes and pulled the garlands fine, but we've wandered many a weary foot since old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And so everyone crosses their hands and holds hands.
Okay, we're
And there's a hand, my trusted friend.
There you go.
And
There we go.
these a hand of thine. And we'll take a right good willy what for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Happy Robbie Burns, everybody.
Great job, Heather.
There you have it.
Okay, that's it.
All right then.
You gonna say something,
Nous sommes
Rory, to finish us off?
finis.
Well, it's been great. It might have been spotty out there. We had a great time playing. Hope that you will come back and see us next year. And maybe we'll be live next year. Who the heck knows? Bye for now. See you next year.
Bye-bye.
Merci, merci.
All right,
See,
now we.
I got a kill.
I got a kill.
I got a kill.
I think we're done.
I got some scotch.
A kill.
Wow.
I think we're done.
Wow.